Telling you, me and that donkey, we're gonna meet up in real life one day. Our spirits will combine in a nexus of smug and snark, and I won't be responsible for what happens, but it will be the start of a brave, smug new world.
Oh God, that was like us last night over on Megan's. Just, people were not expecting Volstorm. They were not expecting that at all. The
I'll have
Reverend.
to watch it. Look, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I have been binge watching Once Upon a Time because, well, just the generational mother trauma speaks to my soul for some reason, and the fact that most of the moms tend to die at the hands of their daughters. I have no idea. Disney, this is your fault.
It's all Disney's fault. we had no, we
Really,
had a
there's just never a happy parent sort of situation there.
well, they really make out the parents to be sort of dim-witted in Disney shows. I wonder. That's so weird to me. Especially lately.
Well, I mean, considering I was a masterclass forger in high school of my mother's signature, like she didn't even know I went to watch. I'm just kidding. Like I was signing for other people too because I have terrible doctor handwriting. So I'm like, look, I can fake this, but if it gets caught, you didn't know me.
Yeah, you didn't know who did it. You can blame
Who
it
are
on
they going to
somebody
believe? The
else.
honor roller who doesn't go out on weekends or you, Janice? Okay.
Oh my gosh. So, you know that we had a big airplane crash a few days ago, right?
I was reliably told it was simply the fault of people who can't do math. Now,
Well, well, from the PJ Media, the NTSB chair calls out the media hypocrisy on the crash speculation, which is glorious because they should be. The NTSB just gave an update on last night's midair collision between Army Black Hawk helicopter and American Airlines commuter flight. More than 60 individuals are presumed no more.
yeah.
That's a rough one.
Well,
Uh,
it is a rough one considering that air traffic or air travel has been the safest for the longest period of time that we've had. I
yeah,
mean, and I think we have fallen into the trap of a well-run system, and you can, take off the efficiency, the competency little by little, and that system's still going to run until
yeah,
you get to that critical point. So I think we've been
exactly.
lulled that we've had a lot of near misses, and for what I've heard from actual pilots, there have been a lot more near misses than the public has even been aware of.
Well, and they just basically said, that was the thing. It's like, there was unsurprisingly there wasn't a lot of new information, which I agree. With one exception, board member J. Todd Inman stated that no chutes or slides were deployed subsequent to the crash, indicating that there was no time to deploy emergency evacuation procedures. Reporter in NBC Tom Costello asked NTSB Chairwoman Jennifer Humedy, does it hurt your investigation process to have the president already suggesting possible causes here as you try to keep in mind and begin this investigation? And Tom wasn't having any of it. And he says, Tom, with all due respect, I think the press also likes to state what probable causes is before we get to the probable cause. So what I'm going to say is you need to give us time. Just listen to the.
So Tom Costello with NBC News. Does it hurt your investigative process, maybe for the chairman, does it hurt your investigative process to have the president already suggesting possible causes here as you try to keep an open mind and begin this investigation?
Tom, with all due respect, I think the press also likes to state what probable cause is before we get to the probable cause. So what I'm going to say is you need to.
Does someone
Yeah,
have some Solacane? Because that's going to hurt.
I know you could just if I wish the camera was on him to watch his face just go. Well, and she was nominated by NTSB by Trump in 2018, renominated by Biden in 2021. Both times she's unanimously confirmed by the Senate. Now, see, indeed, the usual left-wing media suspects were out quickly with speculation that Donald Trump was somehow to blame for the crash. Yeah, that was the thing. We
Well,
have some
he hasn't
substantial.
made eggs like free in his first week of office. So, Shizzy, are you sure he didn't get on the chopper? Okay, can we talk about the real travesty yesterday for makeup artists everywhere? Who in the hell did his foundation blending?
No, it was a trick of the camera. They changed the lighting on it.
Okay, I
So
was
so
wondering because I have
no.
never, I know that what did bother me, or at least I thought that there would be an end to that, uh, watching it on News Nation or something like that, you would think that they would stop this farcical thing, but
No.
they in fact ratcheted it up to 12.
Yeah, because back in during his first term, because everybody was Orange Man bad, they put a filter on it that caused him to look more orange than he was. And what they've done now is they've changed the filter to sort of pale him out, which makes him look older than he actually is.
But you know what I will say, regardless of anything else, and I think speaking as a politically homeless, conservatarian, pastafarian as I am, um,
Possibly.
listen, they got me with the colander. I have one. I have it for my hair and my religious ceremonies.
Yeah.
But it was nice to freaking have a federal government that showed up the same day of an emergency. Now, I am upset that it did seem more like a political stump speech. We weren't disseminated more information, and I do get that is it needs to be investigated. But I can't tell you how nice it was to have a government that actually said, hey, there's something fishy going on here. There is a big tragedy, but we're here. We're actually functional and we're going to try to take care of it.
Well, and I think they got so upset because almost immediately Trump was in California, North Carolina. He was out there almost immediately seeing what he could do to get things moving along. Hopefully they get out to Florida and Dan gets some damn electricity back. His see the problem is with Dan right now is it's not the it's not that he can't get electricity, it's just all of the permitting is bogged down with red tape and government bureaucracy right now, which I'm surprised that DeSantis hasn't stepped in and say,
Yeah,
I
that
don't care
is.
what your problems are. All this crap needs to end because these people are without power. And he's been well over 100 days. I think he's into 120 plus days with no power.
The absolute travesty that was the government letting down its citizens needs to be investigated. I need to
Yeah.
know why we were actively put first. I need to know why we were treated like the, left-headed, red-headed stepchild, which I'm right-handed. But I need to know why, again, it was us to the back of the line. And I don't think there's any istophobia in that. This is a question. Your primary, responsibility as the government is to take care of your citizens.
Well,
So
and
you didn't,
you would think amongst all of that that you would have somebody that's as left as they possibly come that lost their reelection because of how left they were and how bad they were running their city to actually speak some truth. Lori Lightfoot, the 10 head. That's not a 4 head. That's not a
hey,
5 head.
as a
She's
five-head owner, I would like to say, there but for the grace of God go I.
she spoke so much truth in this interview. It was glorious. Have you seen this yet?
I haven't seen this. I will say that I have to listen to her on audio only. And I do believe that, okay, media, do you want to do something to help the American people? When I become Empress of the Pettyverse and the known universe, there will be a Caitlyn Jenner sounder before she shows up on screen. Because that voice, that face, my brain can't handle it. And I spend the entire segment being confused.
Yes. She
So if I could just skip that, if I could have a TiVo like fast forward through Caitlyn Jennings sort of
yes.
things.
Well, listen to what she has to say because it sort of ties into what we were talking about a little bit before the stream. Is just I mean, this is amazing.
Or alarming thing that you uncovered in your 9-month investigation?
I think it was the level of systematic, intentional effort to shield from the village trustees and the public what the true financial state of the village was. I mean, we see in Mayor Henyard and her key people in her administration just this reckless disregard
Shizzy, can
for
you pause
governmental
it?
norms.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Mo is working from home. Now, this is the only marriage sanctioned time where I am actually allowed to ignore him and not be selfish and wrapped up in streams. This man tries to come in here and distract me
Did he take
by,
his pants off again?
well, I mean, we were getting to that point when I told him to stop it. I'm on a stream. So I would like to say there has been a travesty that has happened. Now,
Okay.
first of all, I was enjoying my day where I could ignore Mr. Mo and have no marital consequences. And he's over here trying to get me to pay attention to him. I had my day planned. I was going to ignore him during breakfast. I was going to ignore him during lunch. I was going to ignore him during, mid-afternoon. I mean, and now my day is shot.
Oh gosh. Oh, that's awesome. You
Had
stop
it
it.
all
It's me.
planned out.
Please been flirting with Shiz on her channel. I think he's smitten.
Oh no.
You guys are so bad. You guys are so bad. Oh,
Spending on whatever she wanted without seeking any kind of budgetary approval, without looking to see whether or not the spending aligned with the budget, just doing whatever she wanted as if she was all powerful and had no accountability to anyone.
and that right there is exactly what she was doing. And the reason I say that
Well,
is because
yes.
they when it because that sort of brings me into my next story here. And it's part of the whole big thing is
Okay,
because
can you
it
pull up
was
Rickles? Because that's pretty good.
pull up Rickles, Don Rickles.
Well, Rickles64 had a pretty good
Oh,
comment.
where's Rickles? Rickles 64 says, please change the picture on the screen before any further discussion of pants on the ground.
I was clicking on
God!
the thing and I was like, why isn't the damn thing coming up? And then I realized, oh crap, it's because I'm
Oh,
not in charge. I'm
well,
over here powerless like Tiffany Henyard now. Although I do want your
this
wig, ma'am.
well, and this is Tiffany right here.
Anything as relates to with credit cards. As you heard me speak today in my board meeting about, I do not handle that.
Some of those charges are for you, though.
No, sir.
You didn't go to Las Vegas? What is that?
No comment.
You don't know if you were in Las Vegas?
Of course I do.
Did you fly first class to Las Vegas?
Any other questions?
You're not going to answer how taxpayer dollars are being spent? That seems odd.
I just answered it. What do you mean? I just answered your question.
You said you wouldn't answer about Las Vegas.
You asked me a question and I responded.
Okay, he didn't ask her anything. I'm sorry, but is that just look, I went to Indiana public school. I learned uncategorically that axe was the right word for a first bit of my, childhood. It wasn't
Yeah.
until I moved out into the boonies that people were like, do what now?
And
I
yeah,
don't have an axe.
and it didn't get much better because her shenanigans carried on. Like that's
Yeah.
the thing. Because as much as even the FBI investigating, now she's just like, well, I don't have to answer to you. Well,
I will say I would love to have this confidence, although, again, it would just catalyze my move into Darth Vader. Because let me get away with a whole bunch of shenanigans. This is not going to be good.
well, there was a guy, and I watched it yesterday. A guy that came up, Jedediah. Jedediah's been sort of outspoken on her, and basically comes in and says, "You've been voted out." Like, bye, bitch. And that right there
That was
is what.
apparently the last phrase that she could take.
Well, no, because then she jumped into this. And yes, she joined into the brawl and lost her weave.
I know people are calling that a weave, but I think it was a wig. With the weave, you are actually putting hair extensions into the braid, so it would be singular strands, whereas
Okay.
this comes off in a look, not to be technical, but as I am John Maddening this, I'm gonna need the pencil with the little green things, and I will show you where the hair detachment indicates it's a wig.
Well, she jumped into that fray, and of course, they all ran off. There's a longer video from a different perspective that shows how they just bailed out of there, and then this person proceeded to follow them. I'm not going to show that because it looks like it's protected under somebody else's like mass media thing, and that'll probably get me demonetized because I think they hold ownership to
I
it.
mean, are we at all shocked? It's Chicago. I mean, and it's Dalton. At this point, I would be shocked if they didn't have a brawl at the meeting. And it's incredibly sad because I am sure there are just normal people that go there that don't want to come to these meetings, don't want to go with the shenanigans, but also don't want to be stolen from by someone with the audacity that wants to claim their suffering, their, poverty and everything else while she is bilking them and not even paying the woman who was kind enough to let her live in her own home.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, and people don't, a lot of people don't realize that and the best way to put this is they started this whole thing with like a 3 point or like a 3 or 4.5 billion dollar, um was it a billion or a million? No, it was a million. It was like $3.5 million in excess funds. Like
yeah, they went
the
from
the
a
prior mayor,
surplus
they were doing
to,
really good, and she came in there, and now within 4 years they went to like a $3.5 million deficit, or $5 million deficit, I think is
I
what it
think it was,
is.
so it was a difference of 8 million from what they started to what they ended in. So
Okay.
she effectively wiped out the three surplus and I think 5 million other things.
Yes.
Now, and what people don't get is this is going to mean that there's a cut in everyday life saving things. I mean, their fire department didn't have insurance
Right.
for their
Well,
firefighters.
and it's worse than that, because to try to make up that deficit, they started charging more taxes on all of the citizens there. And this is like the richest town. 3.5 million is very low. I mean, if you look at places like Chicago, which is probably close to a billion, or places like I don't know, Louisville, Kentucky, they probably have close to $1 billion worth of funds that goes through that government process every year. And Louisville isn't the hugest city. It's small, but it's
Well,
it's larger than like
and I
Owensboro
think
or
that
something
the
like that.
average income of everyone that she presides over is like $20,000 to $30,000 a year.
Yeah.
So this is again just salting the wounds in people who don't have a whole lot, who want to take care and be, as responsible as they would be in their own homes. It's okay if you want to mess up your credit. It's okay if you want to go into, bankruptcy, but you
Yeah.
are co-signing. It's this fake stuff where I am your sister, I look like you, so vote me in. And then she immediately goes on to prey upon people who look like her. And if you point that out and you don't look like her, then you're an istophobe.
Yes. And that has to stop. I mean, she went from being hardcore Democrat to hardcore Republican, saying, "Oh, you're treating me just like Trump. This is all fake news," and blah blah blah. It's like, what? It's like, you don't even like Trump. You showed up to at Biden's inauguration,
Because
something
Trump
to do
wouldn't
with Biden.
invite her.
No, he wouldn't
He's
have
going to
anything to do
invite
with it.
real mayors into his mayor's council. He's going to invite real governors who want to work with him.
Yeah, Bush says, that idea is expensive wig. Tiff needs to get her hair done.
You guys, I did not know this until I went into the wild world of wigs. I mean, some of these, if you get human hair, can be an investment piece, if I to say it in a word that's weird, but it is.
Oh, Mel, thank you so much. I just saw this. Mel, thank you. And make sure whoever got that gifted membership, give Mel a lot of love. That's very kind of you, Mel. And I've got my bedazzled helmet here. See, look at that.
I see it. You're going to be beyond special soon. You're going to need
I
a second helmet to wear on top of the helmet.
never. No, see, that's the thing. What I plan on doing is throughout the whole what the Hales trial stuff is until that like resolves. I'm probably just going to keep piling it up on top of each other until it's
Sounds
completely
good.
covered. And then
That's
then I
awesome.
then I want to donate it where it will be auctioned off and hopefully
Oh,
those
that would be
funds
so
go to help
cool.
some children. That's sort of my plan.
Aw, Shizzy, you're such a
Yeah.
sweetheart. Except when
And
we're
you know,
making fun of people. But I mean, okay, Shizzy, I wanted to talk about this, but I didn't talk about it on my own channel. Do you happen to have pulled up the woman of gravity who couldn't get into an Uber?
the woman of oh God, I know exactly one you're talking about. That one there. No, I don't have it
Because
pulled
I
up.
have some thoughts.
I did see a video yesterday. This guy was making a mockery of it, and oh my God, it was
Oh, how
bad.
dare they make a mockery? That woman is healthy and she could have gotten into that Geo Metro, damn it. Now, with
No, it
some
was
Wesson oil and a stick, but
this guy was brutal. He was just sitting there going, "You can't fit in my car." She goes, "I can fit in your car." He's like, "No, you need to be waiting on a bus or something." Just going off on her, just like, oh
okay,
my God.
Shizzy, I did tell Mr. Mo that this was a market opportunity for me because we have that big people mover, the 10 passenger van. I could get at least two or three in there. If I bill mine as the XL people mover, I'm in business. Now my shocks are going to be expensive.
Former Senator Bob Menendez got 11 years. So if you ever pay, yeah, yeah, he's talking about that. No, I don't have that one. Do you have
Oh,
it?
I no, I was trying to be nice, but it's the so I have a war between myself because I have this angel on one shoulder that knows how it is to be fluffy and semi-fluffy and deflating, and you don't need to be told that you're fluffy. You do kind of realize it when your fluffy pants no longer fit and you switch to leggings. Like you do realize. I mean, it's not like it comes out of nowhere one day and you wake up like with cellulite. So but it's this the it was her greasy lawyer saying, "Well, you wouldn't discriminate if someone was, Hispanic." And I was like, "Yeah,
Well, and
because they can fit in my car."
here's the interaction.
So are you really telling me I'm too big to get in your car?
Deja Blandings recorded it all. Her Lyft driver pulling up only to turn her down.
I was too big and his tires, something about his tires. I asked him, what do I have to do with your tires?
This happened January 18th. The 29-year-old Detroiter was headed to a Lions watch.
She's
She can't even
29.
fit in that. Yeah, she
I'm
can't even
wondering
fit in
how she
that
got in the
chair.
office chair. Because
Yeah,
the overflow on the other side is going to be significant.
yeah, she buttered up.
Party. Only she never got there.
So you telling me I can't get in the lift because I can't fit in your car?
Yeah, you need to order a bigger.
What makes you think I can't fit in the car?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The driver told her she needed to request an XL car.
Yes.
I was embarrassed and
Well, you're
Yes, that's
embarrassed
called
that
shame.
she's embarrassed then. She wasn't embarrassed like the night before when she was stuffing all those donuts in her jowls.
Well, the problem is again, shame is a motivator. When you get
Yeah.
embarrassed, when you get, maybe not the best grade or something like that, when you realize that, something you're doing is obviously getting ridiculed, you can either put a hard hat on and continue to plow forward, or it kind of forces you to look back and say, maybe I'm doing something a bit wrong. Also, can I lodge a complaint with Star Command? How is it that I have more body shame than this woman? I want to be as confident as a woman who's wearing a bikini. Well, I'm look, that might be too much confidence to be honest with you. I don't know that with great responsibility and powers. Never mind. On second thought, I might not be good with that humanity
Well,
power.
her wrists are so big that she has to wear a man's watch.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't real. Well, I just assumed it was one of them stretchy ones you can get at Walmart. And
No,
no
that's
offense
a
on
man's watch.
Walmart.
No. No, this is, getting upset over this. I'm going to see if I can find that video because it was so damn hilarious. I'm sorry.
Well, but here's the reality. She can't lift her feet. You have seen her, if you watch the footage of her walking down the hallways. I have a hard
Yeah.
time lifting my leg up to go chest beds at the bed store. She's not, she gets stuck in there. He's not going to be able to assist her out.
Oh,
I'm
here
not
it
letting her
is.
in my car.
This is freaking hilarious. I've got to show this. This is too funny.
I called for a lift ride. Who you looking for? I called the lift ride. Get my lift ride. Oh, baby, you too big to get in here. Too big about what? You what too big to get in here. Man, I can fit in this motherfucking car. No, you can't. You either gonna let me in or I'm finna sue you. So you gonna get a lawyer before a trainer? All you gotta do is lose weight. I'm finna.
Well, she loves her children, I mean, and forgiveness, or she is forgiven. I do love to read everyone's personal testimony on their cleavage.
Yeah. It gets better.
I'm finna put you all on social media and I'm finna sue you. And that's all. You need to sue Ronald McDonald. No, that's who you need to sue. So you telling me I can't get in here because of my weight? Yeah, you gotta wait for another ride. Maybe the bus or something. You telling me I can't fit in this car? You need to get fit in order to fit. Why you ain't call an Uber XL? Why you call a regular Uber?
Well, with her accent, I thought she said shoot him. And I was like, well, why would you? That escalated quickly.
I thought so too.
I
She was
realized he
saying
said
sue.
sue because of the context of what he said. But I was like, where is she packing it? I mean, in the big old yitties? Do we have like a yitty compartment that's gonna pull out?
She's afraid to say sue because the next word that comes after is wee. Sorry, that's not appropriate. That's not appropriate.
It's not.
You can't fit in here. I can fit in here, nigga. My leather gonna start peeling because you can't fit there, baby. I don't know what to tell you. My wheels, they 10s. They not no 24s, and I can't hold you up.
He's like, my rims are gonna get messed up. I don't know why I find that beyond. He's like, these are spinners. Once you get in, they're gonna be stopped. I don't even know how to get them back going.
This kills me. Oh God. This is one of the best little skits I've seen. I love it.
You can't fit in here. I can fit in here. I'm gonna show y'all ass. My suspension gonna be my muffler. Why would you come pick up a big girl, knowing I was big, and now you putting up telling me I can't get in your shit? Because this is lift, not forklift. I can't pick you up. You fucked up.
That's it. We need to invite this man on. That would be epic.
Oh God, this guy's just so on it. So on it.
Broke out, no money. That's how you doing, Lil. I ain't got no money. Bitch, you called me for a ride. Well, bitch, my tires, you leaning all on my car. I'm gonna come out here, so I just call the police and police on the way. The fuck?
Here, my tires. I told you it was funny.
It is. And that's the sad thing. Look, the guy in the original action couldn't have been nicer. I'm sure he was mortified to have to tell her, look, I don't think you're going to be able to get into my car. She tries to wedge herself in there, has a cardiac event, which is, let's be honest, probable. The first responders getting there wouldn't be able to move her.
After working on cars for a long time, there is a weight limit on vehicles, okay? Especially your passenger cars. There is a weight limit. and that it has to be dispersed pretty evenly in the car. The problem is whenever you've got someone that's weighing 300-400 pounds, it will damage the suspension to the point where it's unrecoverable, and that's
We've all
really
have seen
expensive.
those cars with we know where Aunt Jeannie sits
Hmm.
because of the permanent, low rider
It,
status of her side.
well, and a buddy of mine, he was what, 6'7", 6'8", and weighed like 600-700 pounds, and he had a Lincoln Town car, and on the driver's side, there was no cushion left in the seat because of his weight, and the suspension was completely shot. So that car would ride like this constantly. And it's he made no qualms about it. He goes, no, I'm a big guy, and this is after I lost 300 pounds. He goes, I know that I'm big. I mean, my eating has caused this. Where I have to pick up jobs that allows me not to have to get out of my car.
Well, and that's the part that pisses me off. Look, as a fellow former fatty, as a still semi-fluffy but slightly deflating person, there has never been a point at which I blame anyone else for the fact that I
Mm,
was doing mouth to fork motions.
right.
Yeah, I felt bad that, like some people can eat, but it was never without the full knowledge that I could change things if I wanted to. So
Right.
that's the part. We've taken away the onus away from self, and that's dumb to
And
me.
blame everybody else for it, and think that there's no consequences for bad behavior. It's like having a addiction or an alcohol addiction where you're constantly, you need to have that fix, that high, whatever reason it might be, doesn't matter. It's that you continue to do it. You haven't sought help, and thinking that that I should accept you for who you are. But I accept you for who you are, but don't expect me to kowtow and change my lifestyle to fit in
Well,
with
that's
your
the other
bad
thing.
decisions.
Look, again, there's that point where it is you, and I don't expect society to change for me. Now, do I believe that Mo, as a semi fluffy teenager, would have felt a lot better had they had more inclusive sizing? Yeah, I would have felt
Yeah.
better. And that part I don't have a problem with. Oh, okay, the crop tops, can we just all, for humanity's sake, that no one should wear them?
No.
Because,
No.
yeah, there's a lot of crop tops on people. Look, if I can see your abs, it's one thing, but if I just see the rest of your front butt,
Yeah. That is. I mean, but I think Whoopi says it best.
I don't know who's doing their editing nowadays, but The View just became watchable.
So we can wait and see what happens. And the minute it turns out to be state-run television, or state-run information, or state-run news, because I don't.
Your hands are just, it's the T-Rex arms.
People were, I don't know what people were looking for, because the people I talked to were not looking for the things that these folks are looking for.
It just kills me. It's just like whoever made
Okay.
that stuff.
Disney, ABC, look at me. The View is in a ratings crash hole. You put that filter on, I don't care what Sunny, Whoopi, and everyone say. You want to keep your job, we're putting this filter on. I would watch every day. I would be a loyal watcher of The View.
I would just turn it on mute and watch.
No.
Just
I'd be making entire scripts for them to say that weren't, anything for The View. We would have so much fun with that, Shizzy. Again, I implore you, ABC. Work on that.
Why is Whoopi on my screen?
Look, we already had Lori Lightfoot on here. We just need the third horse of the apocalypse, and we're good.
Oh my gosh, yes. Good to see Maggie. Good to see you. She says, I'd join you, but Mr. Fox is sleeping in for some reason, and I'm waiting for him to leave. Well, if he's sleeping, he ain't going to
See,
be leaving.
husbands behaving badly this morning, just
I
getting in the way of
know.
their wives' work. It is an epidemic.
And see, I got up this morning, I made coffee, took it into my wife, gave her a head rub, back rub, and that was all before 7 o'clock.
Shizzy making all of our husbands look bad before 7
I
a.m.
should. I should, guys, get with it. Get with it. See, you figure out your wife's schedule and you sort of work around it just a little bit. It doesn't take much. And I tell you what, the payoff is pretty sweet.
Oh, speaking of payoff, I did do a double-blind study on boob rubbing decreasing anxiety. Uh, my own personal analysis was meh. Mr. Mo said that it helped his anxiety incredibly. So I guess there will need to be more studies done.
More boob rubbing studies done. T-Rex with the $9.99. Thank you, sir. Isn't this America? We aren't allowed to not deny service to whoever the hell we want, as long as it isn't on the basis of a protected class. And I'm 99.9% sure weight isn't
No,
a
it is.
protected class.
It is a protected class in Chicago, and it is in New York. So people, look, I have a semi-fluffy pass, so the fatties are trying to make it a disability. Look,
Right.
and as a former fellow fatty, that's a no. No.
No,
What
it's an
is actually
addiction.
better for us is to move and do what we are able to within our abilities. We are co-signing the next generation to an early death
Yes.
because we don't want to have difficult conversations about the fact that this isn't healthy and you may feel great right now, but you are going to be dead by the time you're 40 or
Well,
earlier.
Lyft could cure this problem. Really, seriously, they could seriously cure this problem and make things a hell of a lot easier. Is just by saying we don't allow addicts in our Lyft vehicles. That's a pretty good rule, because then you could eliminate the person that's completely smashed drunk from entering your vehicle. If you're, like I said, you really want to go down this road of making things illegal. Think about how many times you've had to hire Uber or Lyft to. Well, I don't know about everybody, but you've been you've
Twice.
had a little too much to drink, and you know that you don't want to be driving, so you have Lyft. But just imagine they say, okay, you're going to say that you're not part of the protective class. Okay, you're just an addict, so we're not going to allow addicts in our vehicles. How's that? That would include
Yeah.
alcoholism, smoking, drinking, sex, whatever it might be.
Well, isn't Uber run as independent contractors, therefore
Mhm.
is somewhat your own franchise? You can deny or again, this is corporations not realizing that the Twitter sphere is not real life. That
Right.
the three, large activists in front of you don't speak for the rest of us who just want to be left alone, can kind of figure things out, and don't need special protections. It would be different if that guy, had said, "Oh, hell, you a big bee," and like squealed out. Like, yeah, that would be something you wouldn't want your name attached to as Uber. But he handled himself professionally. He attempted to assist her to find another ride
Right.
and did as much as he could to be a good steward of your brand. And you want to throw him under the bus, people are going to start quitting Uber. It's hell on your car. It doesn't exactly pay out when you factor in car repair and wear and tear. People are going to start giving up Uber.
And I'll say he need to go get his valves adjusted on his car. More than likely, his valves are bent. I could hear the car rattling. I was like, oh,
Oh,
that sounds like either a Honda or a Toyota, and it's probably got a. I'm sitting there going, mechanical shit. I'm just going on in my head. I was like, yeah, he probably can't even pull her out of the drive because it's gonna go.
no, but there weren't. This is not how the human body is supposed to look. Even
No,
Reuben had his limits. And there was
yeah.
a time when Reuben-esque women were considered very beautiful.
Hmm. Well, and you'll
I'm
also
hoping to
see
go
these
back to
people
that
that.
time so I'll fit in and be a super queen. Like,
Well, you also see these people that want to get on airplanes and they get upset because they're charging them for 2 seats, but they're taking up 2 seats. You can't charge somebody for one if they're taking up 2 spots.
look, and
There's
if you've
weight
ever
limits
been
that
that
you can have on
person
a car.
squished in, it's incredibly uncomfortable.
Yeah, pay the extra money. Pay the extra money, or don't fly the cheap class. I mean, the last thing I want to have, and even for me personally, is like if I was extra, extra large sitting in a seat, I wouldn't want to have somebody rubbing up all over me. I'd just be like, that's
It
creepy.
would be such uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable, and I'm sorry, but personal responsibility. If you are okay being that size, if you're proud, loud, and happy about it, then you deal with the consequences that come along with this lifestyle. No, I
No.
will not be widening my walls. No, I will not be championing universal health care when you put ridiculous stuff in your mouth. And I include myself for being a
Mm,
vapor. So I don't
yeah.
think that
Same.
I would be qualified for, universal health care because of some of my personal choices. So
Yeah.
that's the loudest people who are Virgie Tovar. I'm coming for you. On YouTube, you have disseminated more stupidity in your entire life. And also, shave your beard, ma'am.
Oh, what? I don't have a beard.
You are obviously suffering from the effects of polycystic ovarian syndrome, of which I know a lot about, because
Oh,
you have a beard, a goatee, and all of this. And all of that could be fixed if you just, put cake down. And you don't have to eliminate it from your life forever. It's called self-control.
well, that's the biggest problem is lack of self-control. I mean that, and seriously, there we've got that kind of problem in the United States that it's people have been told it's okay, you're fine just the way you are. Like, no, you're not. Your heart is going to give out because it can't pump that much blood through your system. You have to sit in an easy chair to sleep, because if you get in bed, you're not going to be able to get back out of it. I mean, these are serious problems. It's an epidemic of epidemical proportions. Is the best way to put it. They haven't figured out that this is a real problem. Same as being an alcoholic, where you drink so much that you've run through all your money and you spend your time sitting at a bar, with a shake in your hand, because you have to have that alcohol to get it to stop. I mean,
Well, I'll tell you when
these are serious
I
problems.
noticed it was a problem with me. I had had a really bad day and I just wanted to go buy like 3 boxes of Mike and Ike's and sit in my room. And I thought, gosh, I don't want to sit and talk with my husband first. I want to go get these things and make sure I hide the packages before anyone comes home. And it's not at that level, but anything that steals your focus from your family and things like that,
Mhm.
that's an addiction. I mean, and it's okay. Yeah, I will always be addicted to sugar.
Yeah.
It's, what I turn to when things go bad. But because I know that now, I can actively work against choosing that and try to do it more healthily. Doesn't mean I'm always going to make the best choices or that I'm
No,
not
God,
going to
no.
relapse. I'm
I
going to
know.
do
I
a
know
whole
the
rail of
feeling.
Mike and Ike's tonight. Ooh, that raspberry. Whew. Don't try the
Woohoo!
sours if it's your first time, okay?
The sours will put you over the edge.
Look, they're not an entryway. You need to do not start with good and plenty's. Ew. Who
Ugh.
buys good and plenty's?
Ah, aren't those like licorice or something?
Yes, they must be stopped and outlawed.
Now Baker would like those because he's all about the
Well,
licorice.
look, there's a reason that there will be somewhat chilly relations with Denmark.
Oh my gosh. Oh, known sugar peddler Mo. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
I'm
out on
like,
the.
hey, I got pixie sticks.
I got pixies. Oh, don't tell that to expert. He'll be like all up in your, all up in your phone. he is, he is just all about the pixie sticks.
I know. Oh my gosh, like the one person on humanity that we should never have have access to pure concentrated sugar. I can just imagine he was a straight-laced accountant type lawyer and then he got his first pixie stick and he was like,
Oh,
"This
yeah.
is pretty pure."
He was like,
Prepare.
hmm.
He comes out the next day, he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt and his, volunteer's cap.
Mo and the expert make it happen. I bet you
Powered by
could.
sugar and caffeine. We are the train wreck you don't have to be. We're
Oh
an
my
after
gosh.
school special all by our own selves.
Oh yeah, candy cigarettes are more addictive than real cigarettes. Oh my God,
Mr. Mo
yeah.
loves those. I
I
thought he was the
know.
only person under 812 that they're
No,
chalk. They're chalk. They're powdered
they
chalk.
are.
They're gross. They're
They
so,
are
and they're
gross.
peppermint.
Yeah, they're
I,
yeah. I know. As a kid, those and not yeah, Red Hots. Those were my two like go to ones because you could get like this big old box of Red Hots for like a quarter. Of course, you could buy cigarettes for like 75 cents. So it was like, let's see, either I get 3 boxes of Red Hots or I could get a pack of cigarettes. I want to get the pack of cigarettes and then get in trouble for buying a pack of cigarettes. That
you
was
got in
before they
trouble?
checked ID.
I thought they sent like parents sent their kids like, look, I'm gonna need 3 Lucky Strikes filterless, and you can get yourself a pack of candy if you want for going to the local store.
Yeah, here's $1. It's $1. Well, and the thing was is you know I started smoking at a very young age because my brother, which was a bit older than me, was like out in the woods smoking a cigarette, and so I was just like, well, this looks cool, so
Well,
I
of
tried it.
course.
And of course, I come rolling home, and I have never been beat so hard in my life because I came home smelling like cigarettes. My brother didn't get in trouble because I didn't rat him out. I was like, I just found it out. I just found it, just like it's like, and of course my mother was like, you gave this to him. My brother pulled me aside. He said, if you're gonna do that, he said, you need to like wash your mouth out, make sure you don't smell like cigarettes, and make sure that you've got something to like clean the smell off you with. You idiot. He goes, and don't do that anymore. That's bad. But I didn't
Also,
learn.
don't
So,
get caught, you idiot, and don't get me in trouble.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, she was still looking at him, but I was like, I don't know. They weren't his. I didn't get it from him.
We found them. It's like our backyard is the Narnia for delinquent teenage boys. There's like Playboys and,
No, that was the
cigarettes out
dad.
there.
My
Oh,
dad had the Playboys like in a box. That was really interesting. I was like, boobs.
yeah. Or you open the first thing and I was like, why do people care about this so much? I have these all at home. Again, the experience was probably different for a girl opening her first Playboy because I was like, did they just not
Yeah.
own razors ever in the 70s or
Nope.
it's kind of like, for me, it was like opening National Geographic and I was like, yeah.
Ew. Why is the page sticky? I don't understand.
Well, I mean, there were many mysteries of life that were open that day and a jar of Purell as well. So let me just say that the Playboys I all found were lemony fresh with Lysol after I realized what boys did with them. I'm not sure how that helped their resale value, but everyone was safe.
Oh my gosh. Oh no,
Like I said, there may be a reason I got youngest most feral now that I do think about it.
Yeah. I mean, there's another reason why you might have youngest most feral. And this next one, I think you're gonna really like. Okay, give me a second.
Being detained at this moment.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
The reason why we got called is because we have been told that it almost came to blows.
I mean, I wasn't looking for any special favors or anything.
I'm talking about fight.
Okay, that man is a legend. That man
gets
is
better.
a legend.
It
'Cause
gets
just
better.
went right over his head.
Oh no, it gets better.
I thought you were talking about like neck or something.
No, I'm talking about fighting. You understand,
Oh, okay.
like some street slang?
I'm not from the streets, so I don't know.
Okay.
I'm from the suburbs. I could break these.
Oh my God. Oh, he's fighting with unarmed opponents. This is going to be terrible.
Oh no, it gets so
They're
much
gonna-
better.
I know, but they're
Yeah.
going to have call another set of cops for the homicide he's doing right now.
Oh no, the cop is getting a kick out of this one. He says, I could probably break these cuffs. And cop's like, I wouldn't do that.
I'm not gonna do it though, but I could though if I wanted to. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
That girl over there, she's not cute. We can wingman with the wingman guy here if we're going to be down.
I figured you'd have some like pull ability.
No. Are you kidding? We're last in line for that. Man.
You think so? Even in the uniform? I think she's eyeing you down too. I really feel like. I think she's. I think she wants you. Can you give me your Instagram? Do you have an OnlyFans or no? No? I like that. I'm Blake. What about you?
Of course, his name is Blake.
Nice to meet you.
Tyler.
I just do OnlyFans. Yeah.
Hey, you like bad boys or no? See, look, I got the cuffs on right now. You guys like that one,
I almost want to see the end of this where Barry gets married and the cop's his best man.
Oh, I can imagine it. I mean, that's just beautiful.
How, okay, whatever that man is on, that really chill guy is on, I want to be on it. Although I have learned, so funny story about when I was getting the infusion, for the first time in my entire life, I started feeling really calm. Like, no worries whatsoever. Now, it was a very foreign feeling, and it did make me anxious because it was like, I'm too calm, something's going to go on. But about this time I reached this level of zen, the doctors and everyone else got pissed off because my heart rate was going too low. So I have come up with the conclusion that being zen would literally kill me. Being calm is such a foreign state to my body that my heart's like, why are we even beating here? I'm not stressed out about nothing.
Back whenever I was much more fit, this was before the whole beer bug came about. My wife and I were going on daily runs. We just go and run, and she would go, my heart rate's at like whatever, and she would look down and my heart rate's just pounding. I'd show her mine. It would be like a resting heart rate. She was like, I hate you. How do you manage that? I was like, I just find a complete place of zen and I stay there.
While
like my
running?
heart. Yeah.
No, usually the complete state of my body when running is, why the fuck are we doing this without a zombie?
Where's the zombies
oh my
at?
God, there's another goddamn hill. Why did I try to do this on a goddamn hill? Like, I'm not running up a hill. I don't care what you say, couch to 10K.
I'm a fan of the suburbs. I can break dance though. Well, yeah, if you were in the Chicago area, you learned how to break dance at an early age. Come on. I mean, that was just a given. At least I didn't break dance like that one at the Olympics. That was so funny.
I'm coming for you, Rachel. I'm gonna Vogue.
Oh my God.
Pose. I'm competing for Australia next year as their only redheaded half cripple, mother of 6.
Well, if you ever, okay, now I have to show this is some very serious stuff here. Okay. Now just keep this in mind. What would you do if I broke into your house?
What would you do if I broke in your house?
Now, hold on just a minute, Skittles. I live down here in the South, and we protect ourselves with pit bulls and pew-pews. And the real question is, which one of them is going to get you first? Because I be diddly dad burn. We get up too early, stay up too late, and work too damn hard for our shit to be letting somebody who looks like they tasted the rainbow come in and take our stuff. No, honey. Down here, we just soon send your soul to Jesus and let him sort it out. You know what I mean? This is the way I see it. If you're ever skipping your happy ass down here on the streets in the South and you get this hair up your butt to come into one of our houses, I suggest you do one of two things, baby. You hit your knees and you start praying to the Lord because you fixing to meet him. Or you just keep skipping your happy ass until you get out of town. Now, I personally think the latter of the two choices is the better choice, but bless your heart. You can choose either one you like. Just, baby, choose wisely, okay? Have a nice day.
Oh my God, I think we just became best friends and I haven't even met her. It's like it's like the eHarmony for snarking bitch. Can I swipe right now? Like I have no shame. Like swipe right and hello, ma'am.
Hello, ma'am.
Because
Oh,
the
she
snark,
was,
I'm like girl crushing over here pretty big time.
and it is a serious thought because a lot of people don't realize that here in the South, you don't really play with people. You
No,
know,
so to that vein, we had a big thing in our HOA where dumbass children were doing ding dong ditch and like destroying stuff. And I said, this is rural Indiana. Um,
don't do that.
you don't do that. And I got shouted down like, well, no one would do that. And I'm like, they're upping to property damage since nothing got done. What's not to say the next dumbass kid decides that they should put on masks to do this.
It's Captain Kern says it ain't just the South. Rural Colorado is the same. No, most rural places
Most rural
are like that.
places. And just for Skittles, if there is purple on the posts, it means the same damn thing as don't trespass. It doesn't mean like entrance into the purple room. It is not a, Prince memorial. It is in fact, don't go on my land.
No,
I didn't have
we
to tell
don't
you that.
play.
So
Here in the South, we just don't play. And like Volstorm says, she's not even one of the crazy ones. You
I
meet
mean,
the
she
crazy
has not
ones.
strategically thought that she has a flat roof
No,
and is on top of a
no.
hill. Okay.
She knows what she's doing. Yeah. Just yeah, the banjos and shotguns are a real thing. Just so you know, it does happen.
Yeah, I mean, I try to tell people, I'm like, if you're from the city and you see purple post, that is not a hiking place. Do not go on there.
I did find our TikToker, a live shot of the TikToker. Here you go.
Up in Lane County, nobody could remember how to get rid of one. In selecting its battle plan, the Highway Division decided the carcass couldn't be buried because it might soon be uncovered. It couldn't be cut up and then buried because nobody wanted to cut it up, and it couldn't be burned. So dynamite it was, some 20 cases or a half ton of it. The hope was that the long-dead Pacific gray whale would be almost disintegrated by the blast, and that any small pieces still around after the explosion would be taken care of by seagulls and other scavengers.
Well, so you made a small, compact problem a lot of teeny problems.
We're not sure.
It gets better. It gets so much better.
I love that he has bring your son to work day on the dynamite day.
Oh yeah. Oh, this gets really good. Just trust me.
Just exactly how much explosives it'll take to disintegrate this.
It was the best 4th of July ever.
Our camera stopped rolling immediately after the blast. The humor of the entire situation suddenly gave way to a run for survival as huge chunks of gold fell everywhere. Pieces of meat passed high over our heads while others were falling at our feet. The dunes were rapidly evacuated as spectators escaped both the falling debris and the overwhelming smell. A parked car over a quarter of a mile from the gun site was the target of one large chunk. The passenger compartment literally smashed. Fortunately, no human was hit as badly as the car.
The insurance agent. So what would you say happened to your car?
Once the whale get blown up.
Your State Farm agent. So would we just call this a chonka whale or a whale debris? Like, I'm not even sure.
It's just like over a half a mile away. Chunks were falling out of the sky.
Well, yeah, thank God they didn't bury it. Someone could have unburied it. How terrible would that have been?
You're not supposed to put the dynamite underneath. You're supposed to put it on top so it blows down.
Oh, I thought you had to put it inside like they drilled holes.
That's what they
or maybe
did.
That's mountaining.
They were thinking that we're blowing up a rock or something. No, they basically, all the explosion went that way. Oh, God.
Covered with small.
I mean,
small just chunks of whale.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. You have to watch zombie whales. Oh, watch out for zombie whales. Oh God. Oh God. Not the caddy. Not the caddy.
It was in cherry condition.
Oh God, could you imagine though? You're just like, ha ha ha! Look, they blew up a whale, and then all of a sudden you're getting rained down chunks, and they're like, it was not just the chunks; it was also
Oh
the
my God. The
smell.
Wrath of Moby Dick. This is the zombie whale. I'm bringing it back. Horror
Oh
people
God.
talk to me, but could you imagine they think this whale is dead, beached up, and then they try to blow it up, and then chunks just come into their home like a little half fin, and
Oh
it
God.
murders them.
Oh, oh God, could you imagine? Imagine that smell though.
I know. Again, burying it, terrible idea. Someone might unbury it. Or we can just have chunklets everywhere. We can have whale nuggets just sinking up the whole town. And then you get seagulls.
It's old immediately. There she blows.
To quote the guy, Dude Bro, and I wasn't talking about sexual favors.
Oh God. Oh my God. No, this is amazing. Like the stuff that people do. Like
Well, speaking of stuff people do to animals, there is a funny one from China that you can pull up from the.
Oh yeah. Let me do that. Let me
Because I would not be too upset if any of that happened to me. I
Oh,
think this is the first victimless. This is the first victimless crime I've ever seen.
I'm trying to see which one you got. I'm looking.
So it should be the third one.
Okay. Gotcha.
Now, in my opinion, this is a victimless crime, and I don't know why anyone is upset. So I'm here to defend this.
All right. Give me a second. I'll take just a second to pull up.
No problem. Now, you are seeing an aminal that looks like a tiger, and it is a cute chow chow. The videos are never related to the article.
This was a rough sell. A zoo in China is under scrutiny after allegedly dyeing 2 black dogs orange to look like tigers.
Look, I'm just saying I would not be upset. You show me a chow chow dressed up as Tigger, I am tickled pink. So I don't know what people are complaining about.
Oh, the Zahu Zoo later admitted that was in fact chow chows in the enclosure. The animals. Could you imagine? You're sitting there, could you imagine one of those clearing that fence and running at people, and it's just like happy to see you? You're just like ah!
And then they would headline it as tiger attack. Many people, hurt.
They don't bathe their dogs. Fear of discolorization. Oh my God. What is wrong with these people? What? They had to confess to local media. Now, I don't understand. Why would you even confess to it? Go, no, man, those are tigers, man.
Them are puppy tigers. It's a new thing. Very, very important, very special, only in China, very mystical,
Yes.
Or I would go full on the offense. Look at what President Trump has done to our tigers. They were real tigers before he got inaugurated.
Well, and this zoo does this often because last year the same zoo was reportedly dyed dog's fur to mimic that of pandas, even
Yeah, you should
shaping
probably
their
click
fluff.
on that. You can see the panda dogs. They were cute too. Again,
I remember
if I saw
reading
just a
about
bunch of chow chows dyed, because I think chows are super cute. Come on, tell me you wouldn't buy. I would buy the hell out of it.
But they're dying the dogs. They don't get bathed. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
They
put the
used ingenuity.
Yeah, I guess. Those they should put the zoo dog, the tiger dogs and the panda dogs in the same cage and watch them play.
Okay, here's the problem. They're looking at this too smally. Make an entire zoo that's just chows dressed up as other animals. I'd pay money to see that. Just full on go roll with it. Like you have the giraffe chow, which I don't know how we're gonna do that, but it'll be funny watching chows walk on stilts.
Well, better than have them walk on stilts. You could have like an extra appendage up here. You paint the rest of them normal, and then you put like an appendage on top of their head that just every which way
The
they go. They're
chowdapus is
constantly
going to be
running into
interesting.
things. They're constantly running into things.
I can't wait to see how they make the chowdapus, but I'm here for it.
It's the dolphin ones you got to be careful of. Mommy's not coming back up for air.
Walrus just put big fangs on tusks on it. Can you imagine the elephant chow just has to wear
You
like
do
a
that
little
with a
headband?
Shar-Pei. You do that with a Shar-Pei.
Oh.
Turn it into the walrus one because all the wrinkles.
Yes. Tracy, it's in China. I don't think they have animal activists.
Yeah. No, the animal activists that they have are usually at the market buying those pups for different reasons. Just saying.
Yeah, have you heard of the meal, the 3 squeaks?
Yeah.
It's dark.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
But
pretty
okay,
dark.
tell me that isn't the cutest thing you've ever seen in your entire
That is-
life. Yeah,
That is amazing.
I mean, I get
wanna
it's not
watch play.
pandas, but I'd be just as happy. But I'm an optimist. I like to see my chow pandas as fully panda.
Look at this. A decade ago, pups dressed as the bamboo-eating bears became such a hot item that pet stores couldn't meet the demand. Look at that.
Okay, I'd buy one.
China's hot pet trend. Dogs primp to look like pandas.
Oh my
Look
God,
at
I would
that.
get a panda dog.
Oh my God. That's awesome. Pet shop owner cannot satisfy demand enough for the country's new middle class who want the cute dogs as pets. That's so awesome.
Damn, now I really want chicken wings too, which is completely
The cute breeds like French bulldogs and Labradors were the favorites, but now it's the panda dog.
What
The-
is that
the-
monstrosity on the bottom though? That like the first couple were cute, and then this one at the end.
So what it is the panda dog is not a separate breed of pooch at all, but rather a chow, which has undergone a lot of cosmetic tomfoolery. It makes it to resemble a panda.
Oh, well, I don't want them to be mean to the chows. Are they using demi-permanent dye?
No, what they said is there's no chemicals or cruelty involved, but the price of the dogs does rise significantly because the amount of grooming that goes into it. People don't mind paying the extra though. They like the fact that the heads turn in the street and they can tell their friends, "I have a panda dog. I have a panda dog."
I mean, I would get like the tiger and the panda and go walking around my town, but that's just me.
Well, they say it's easy to turn a chow into a panda dog in about 2 hours. Then the look will stay with the dog for around 6 weeks, and the owners bring them back for some touching up. So every 6 weeks, you've got to
I don't even do that for my hair. Okay, there's a lot of maintenance that goes on in a panda dog. I will gladly play with your panda dog and give it right back to you.
yeah. I don't do that much. I wouldn't want to do that much work on it. Panda dogs. Oh my gosh, people are crazy. It's like pet rocks. I mean, you remember those?
Well, I wasn't.
no, that's
I,
right.
I
You're
I've
so
heard
young.
tell of them, but
Ah,
again, I was around during the Furby and the Digipets and yeah, all that. So I have my own horrors of which
I
I
mean,
speak.
and the guy doing the pet rocks, he made no qualms about it. It's just like, no, it's just a rock.
I mean, in the 70s, you could be honest about stuff. Now they're like, this essential oil will cure your depression.
Yeah, I mean, it was something I think he probably did as a joke. I mean, just like people
Well,
are so stupid they'll buy a damn rock if you market it correctly.
true. And if it becomes a fad, I mean, you don't want to be the only one without your pet rock. To which my grandma was, it is legend that when my mom asked for a pet rock when she was younger, my grandmother looked at her and said, "We have plenty of rocks that need adopted from our own yard."
Oh yeah, yeah. That was the same thing that happened with me. It's like I'm not getting you a pet rock. I want a pet rock. Here's a pet rock. Go pet it. Have weird kid. And then of course, then they came out with, what was it, the Cabbage Patch dolls, where you had
Yeah.
you could adopt, and give them your own name. I think my sister had one of those things. I do distinctly remember that you could squish their heads in and make them look really weird, like their faces all scrunch up. You just push them in, and then of course they had the Garbage Pail Kids that followed, thereafter,
Yes.
because somebody probably did the same thing. It was like, ooh, I can make like some cars.
Well, they probably saw it and thought it was dumb. I mean, they really did. Like everything that gets big, like the Tickle Me Elmo was then a subject of a bunch of memes and several lawsuits from Nambla, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like you're honing in on our territory. Okay, in the worst parenting move, I got my daughter one of those because it was like the big toy. I think it was the Tickle Me Cookie Monster. That thing horrified the crap. Like, she has never screamed in such terror. And I felt bad because we didn't have a lot of money, and I was really proud to have gotten her like this trendy toy. And it was like had to take her had to take it away, like hide it in my room to keep the evil tickle monster from coming after
That
her.
God, yes. Oh, where is it? Oh, give me just a second. I gotta show you something here, because I think I've showed it to you before, but it's worth showing again.
If it's the last torture of the Tickle Me Elmo.
Oh, you like that? You like
the
that one?
final trials of Elmo.
Oh yes, the final trials of Elmo. It is the
only thing that would have made it better is if they were playing St. Elmo's Fire in the background.
Oh God, that would have been glorious. Let me see
We
if
missed
I
an
can find it.
opportunity.
We did. We missed a big opportunity with it. Oh my God, where is it? Because it is so damn funny. When I saw this, I was like, "You've got to be kidding me! They actually did this." Oh my God. Oh my God, no. It was let me see. That's not it. Oh, that I'll show here in a little bit. That one's completely different. Give me a
I
second.
don't know. I want them to bring back Talk Boys so I can just, when people ask me about my extended warranty, I can just say, "No, I don't have a car." And then, and then slow it down like, "No, I don't have a car."
Yes. I don't have a car. That is not it. Why is it not wanting to show up for me? I hate when that happens, because I've showed it before and people are just like, "Oh my God, this is not real, is it?" I was like, "Yeah, it's real."
The final agonies of Elmo.
Yes, it is and trust me, it is like the final agonies of Elmo.
Although I will say, and I think I speak with all Gen Zers and everyone who has a soul, but if you remake Labyrinth, Hollywood, you will never get any money from me ever again. I will solely spend money on YouTube stuff. I will never forgive you. Stop pillaging the 80s and early 90s. Make your own stories.
And I've been saying this for quite some time, and that there's this push, and it has been for probably close to a decade, to remake everything, because somebody explained it the best, is because you don't have anybody coming in that can actually write anymore, because
a lot of
the
writing comes
sucks.
from, well, it comes from personal experience. A lot of the writers that we had prior to this generation had done things with their lives. They'd been war correspondents. The great Christopher Lee did, well, we don't even know. Half of the stuff he did isn't declassified yet. We are losing that generation of people who used to know how to do things before they became famous. We now have people only trained by their Marxist professors and who have never done anything. Tolkien fought in World War I. He lost his wife, or no, that was C.S. Lewis. But you have all of this lived experience. Writing is the ability to share the perspectives of other people. And when you're so focused on, well, I look like this and I want to be seen, then your perspective goes into inserting yourself into things.
Yes. That's been one of the biggest problems is just not. Never mind. I don't want to get too deep into that because that'd be bad.
Yeah, this is a fun day.
Yes, we got to have a little bit of fun. Where is it? God dog it. I can't believe the amount. I should just start like tagging people in these things so I can find them. That's what I should do. I'm so bad. I know. I'll find it eventually. I do have another one that I'm going to pull up here shortly. I know who sent it to me. I just looked it up there, but it would have been before Christmas. Hell, it's been a while.
I know. Hasn't this year? It doesn't even feel like we're at the end of January yet.
Well, doggone it. I do. Hold on. All right. This will be. I don't have the Elmo one right off the top, but I do have this one. Just saying. This is good.
Do you have any idea who you're talking to? I am the reader. I am these people's god. I will have your head on a stick if you don't.
Hey, I wrote you a song.
What?
It goes along something like this. You're a bench.
You have any idea who you're talking to? I am the reader of this country. I am these people's god. I will have your head on a stick if you don't.
Hey, I wrote you a song.
What?
You're a bench.
My only criticism is that Kim Jong, well, is it Il or Un? Because Un was fairly slender for a dictator, but Un has just taken, look.
Yeah, he's blown
put down
up.
the Gruyere cheese
Yeah.
and the Hennessy.
Yeah, he is ballooned up to the max. It's pretty bad. Oh
Yeah.
God.
Well, when you can execute your trainer, you really don't have to do those split squats, do you?
I found somebody that, and I'm pretty sure this is just a skit, but this is pretty good. You're gonna love this.
So Trump was just inaugurated. How do you feel about that? I'm probably gonna die tonight. Really, going tonight, dude. I am so. If you say that name again, I'll probably poop my pants, dude. Don't say it. I don't want to shit my pants. Trump. Actually, it felt pretty good. I did a dump for Trump. Yeah, that's Okay, right. All right. So why do you dislike him so much? Because he's killing species and he wants to drill, baby, drill. And we're drilling enough in the world and it's getting a little hot in the planet and a lot of conflicts and political things happen because of oil and conflict over oil and people wasting that shit that's in the ground that's making the planet harder. But it's pretty cold right now. I see snow. Okay, you talked me into it. There's no climate change here. So, thank you for saving the day, dude. I mean, it's pretty cold right now. So I don't know if climate change is a real thing. That actually has to do with the more turbulent the air becomes, the more often the polar vortex swings down in different parts. So it's normally more stable up there. So with climate change, it goes woo, 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 woo. It actually creates more extreme weather, cold-wise even in some places. Got you know? Did I get you? Well, know? but so now yes. so now you're changing. Say yes. So now you're changing the term of climate change. Now it's colder. Okay, you're kind of right. Yes, in some cases it will be colder, even though it's climate change, because it pulls down the polar vortex and it turns these lobes. You proved me wrong again. How do you feel about his immigration policies? And You just made me squirt out of the no. Okay, how do you feel about his immigration policies and like him deporting a lot of the illegals? You know, I'm sure you've seen the clips. Legal deportations? Illegal immigrants. Dude, illegal immigrants. That's a good thing. No, if they're here illegally, right on. So if they're illegal, they should be deported. There are different definitions of legal, but if they came here not through the legal process, should they be deported? Uh-oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. I might start liking you, because I can tell. Okay, yes, sometimes. Sorry. What do you mean sometimes? It depends on how much trouble they were in, or how much danger they were in, and out of compassion, if a person's here for a reason that was really dangerous or sad. Okay, So you think we should listen to their story before deciding whether we should let them in or not? You're a pretty smart dude. I should have said it just like that. We should listen to their story. How do you feel about that perspective?
He's a professor at Berkeley, isn't he?
He probably is. Like it's amazing how disconnected people can be.
It,
like he's sitting there going, "Oh, it's the world is warming," and then he goes, "It's pretty cold out here." Well, it's because the polar vortex. It's like, okay, is it
Yeah.
warming or cooling? You're confusing
Well,
me.
I would just like to go back to global cooling that, all of my parents were terrorized with.
Yeah, in the 70s, that's
Yeah.
what it was. And
Leonard
then
Nimoy,
in the
Ice
80s
Cube
it
Earth.
was, and then in the 80s there was a hole in the ozone layer. It's like,
To be fair, I have seen the amount of Aquanet you guys used, and I'm going to say that one's legit. Look, if Mary Tyler Moore and the entire bit of Hollywood had about, y'all remember this look where the hair
God, yeah.
levitated about like here and then gracefully poofed out even more. Like, if you want to see some styles, look at Working Girl with Melanie Griffith and
Oh
what's
God. Oh
John
God,
Cusack's
yes.
sister.
Yes.
The
Joan.
styles.
It was
Whew.
yeah, it was always pretty bad.
So I'm going to say, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys that one. Like,
Yeah.
When you knew better, you did better, and we started crimping our hair. That wasn't the right choice either, but we did attempt to change. So
At least you didn't do this. This is from last week.
Guys, out of the street now. Everybody else on the sidewalk. Everybody. Let's go up on the sidewalk. Let's go up on the sidewalk now.
And arrested.
on the poop pile too.
I know, face down in the poop.
And you can tell it's kind of sinking in, like, I'm on the ground with a bunch of frozen poop.
Yeah.
Maybe chicken nuggets are tasty. He comes out just eating a steak and bacon. He's been fully de-radicalized in prison.
Oh my God. No, after he gets the meat, he probably was like, ooh, yeah. Sorry.
He's like, bologna is good when you've been on a dry spell.
Oh my God. Oh my God, yes. Oh my. Let me see if
it's cold. You have to realize that manure is going to. Actually, I think I have something that kind of goes with Tiffany Henyard, so I'll send it over.
Oh, definitely. Oh my God.
Well, in a roundabout way, but I'll link it, I promise.
Oh crap. Yeah, I thought something happened here. I was like, what happened here? Let me see. All right. I'm gonna have to go in here.
Now she's gonna have to defend her title, but I think she can beat him.
Ooh, you think? I don't think so. Is it the no, that's not
It's
it.
the last one.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Is it the axe?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to be sure because I pulled up one too many.
I understand.
Here we go. There we go. This one right here.
Yeah, I think Tiffany could beat him. I'm saying in the war of axes, I want to see how hard she can throw.
Hey! Who's good?
This is such a beautiful display of man love. Like, happy, not, well, Top Gun man love, but like actual, like, brotherhood.
Yes. Turkish man used his powerful throwing arm to lob an axe a distance of 183 feet, 8.72 inches, earning his 8th Guinness World Records title in the process. Osman Garuji, or something like that, 43, broke the record for the farthest distance axe throw when he struck his target from a distance further than the length of an Olympic swimming pool, which is 164 feet long.
See,
The
but he
previous
has
record.
European privilege, and I think Tiffany could throw in, she could axe more than him. I'm just saying she's also got some training in.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an axe competition.
In the hell is that?
What?
The distance is very far, and you have to be able to get that far at the same time. The axe has to get stuck in the target board. I hit it many times, but it didn't get stuck, and I never gave up. So he just kept throwing it at a piece of wood. Crazy. What is this? A $50 painting might be of Van Gogh.
Yes.
Oh, can't do the music. Let me mute that really quick.
Yeah, that's why I should have warned you. It's like, don't click on the music.
Okay, let's do this and share this tab instead. Pull this up. So, Odd News Minute with Ben Hooper, and we'll wait until it kicks in.
New York-based art research firm LMI Group International announced its experts have verified that a painting bought for $50 from a Minnesota garage sale is actually a long-lost work by Vincent van Gogh. The painting, titled Elamar, was previously analyzed by the Netherlands' Van Gogh Museum, which determined the artwork was not created by the famed painter who died in 1890. The painting, and a DNA analysis of a red hair found in the painting that was determined to have come from a human male. The report also states the painting contains...
Well, that's narrowing it down to 50% of the population.
Van Gogh's known work.
We got him, Van Gogh.
The report...
It was a male. We know it was a man. How do you know it was a man? Because it would have to have DNA inside, which that DNA isn't in the hair itself, but in the follicle.
So they could get mitochondrial DNA, which could show a maternal linkage, but they would have to have access to any known descendant or any known relative. So, yeah, I mean, now why is it people inherit things like this and all I got was the greatest hits of Wolves on Black Velvet? Because I'm pretty sure those don't appreciate. I mean, it's not like from the early Hillchuck, period of a famous artist.
Yeah, and I had a girlfriend that destroyed my Velvet Elvis. I'm still angry about that.
She'll be in prison when I'm in trouble, when I'm in charge.
I got a Velvet Elvis and a Velvet Jesus while I was in Mexico. It was awesome. I had them hanging on my wall, and she got really, really angry. Well, it might have been, her friends that came over one night. She destroyed those paintings. Well, they weren't really paintings. They were just more like art. Yeah.
They were classy, damn it. They had a frame and everything and a black light.
Exactly. She was so angry.
I'm guessing you did nothing to inspire her ire.
No, it was her own fault.
I feel like there's a story time here.
I've said too much already. I didn't introduce her friends to me. Let's put it that way.
Here is Moe's Couples Court, where our first defendant is Mr. ShizzyWhiznut, and we have a plaintiff coming in, and she's hella mad, and she's got skizzers.
Well, Megan put me in timeout yesterday for telling the story of how I lost my virginity.
Oddly enough, that's never come up in conversation when I'm on YouTube.
Well, but it was such a fitting story. It really was. It was a fitting story, was it not, Megan? Come on, Megan, I know. I love that Doctor Who episode. She's ignoring it.
Oh my god. Penalty box. Yeah, I can't say that's ever been one of those stories I'm willing to tell. Although, as per shame, I did show up as a less sexy lesbian Garth from Wayne's World on Megan's show. So, I mean...
Yes, you did.
I don't know that I'd be helpful as a guardian ad shamum, because I don't think I'd help you.
Well, he deserved the penalty box. It wasn't. I think I got put in the penalty box about 3 times last night.
I can't imagine.
She's in all caps. No one needs to know that story.
Dang, I was going to clip it and put like Mo's journey to manness.
Sure is. Megan's chat. No, it was on Megan's channel last night. It wasn't in chat. It was just like, no, shame.
Well, Megan is part of the honorary shame squad. I do think that America in its revival needs just a group of feral mothers going around. Even if we weren't acculturated in the rich, take your flip-flop off sort of culture, we can be trained. We will have mom shame squad training centers. We will get you familiar with the semi-automatic footwear of your choice. And you will be empowered to go shame others in your local municipalities.
We like the shaming. The shaming is so glorious.
I don't even know why you're laughing, and I'm laughing with you.
I just have too much fun. Okay. Now you mentioned something earlier. And we were talking about this that back in what was it 2016, whenever Trump was first elected, that the news media covered it and they made him look like he was orange.
Yes.
They filtered it really heavy. And you said that whoever is running their camera on the last press briefing was horrible. I said it's the news station that has done that, because they've changed the coloring to lighten up the whites on it and make him look like he's old and pale and worn out. That's exactly the image that you get. Now, if you look at any other news media, whenever they can't filter it out, like him getting off of a plane or speaking in
Yeah. It just was particularly egregious yesterday. If you were at that or you watched that hearing, I was like, wow, whatever they're doing.
Yeah, it's a filter. They're filtering it out to make it look like he's old and can't do anything. But he's on like full steam.
I know. I mean, he has more energy. Look, like I was so lazy, I stayed on Megan and Fox's stream instead of deal with laundry yesterday. Like he's making me feel bad in my soul. Like, you loser, couldn't even do laundry yesterday.
Well, and you also have to, and I realized this during the part where he was having this conversation with his people. I think it was his daughter was not his daughter, but his granddaughter was virtual logging or whatever the hell that stuff is. Like during the campaign, and of course Musk is showing up, and this is before he was elected, and comes in, and all the tweets that you see, all of his social media interaction, he has people doing that for him. Now, you and I, Mo, we don't have that ability.
We also aren't. People aren't hanging on our words as far as what we're going to do for the country. I don't want that responsibility, so I'm kind of okay that. Although I would like a team. I think I would be a much more functional adult if I have a team of people helping me do stuff.
Well, no, he has someone that's handling his Twitter, someone that's handling Truth, someone that's handling Facebook, whatever social media there is, and he'll say, "Listen, this is what I want to say," and they'll put it in there, they'll show it to him, he looks at it, and he goes, "Yeah, that'll work," and then they send it off. I mean, God, that has got to be nice. Could you imagine? Like he wants to get something done, that he wants to say something, instead of sitting there trying to type it out. You can just say, "Hey, can you type this out for me?" Random music with Donald Trump.
I know. I hope he brings back fireside chats. I think that's what we really have been missing here, is sort of feeling like we even have any, not even being listened to, but that there's anyone in the office. That will be nice.
Yeah. It would be really nice. I mean, his new press secretary, like the View went off. They're like, the only reason she got that is because of all the women that came before her and blah blah blah. It's just like, and let's look at it. She's there because she's a 10. It's like, no, she's like maybe a mid 3 or 4. She is not a 10. I mean, she's cute, but like I'm not. I mean,
Here's the thing that pisses
her attitude is more of a 10. Like I like her
yeah.
attitude and her disposition much more than I like what she looks like.
The fact that these women, the first thing that they did was to mock or discredit any qualifications that this fellow woman has. For all this talk of feminism, y'all are real quick to, beat a woman down if she doesn't have your exact ideology. So it is really interesting to see all of these powerful women, and we should, anytime a woman gets in power, we should do it. And then she has the different opinions from you. Oh, well, she slept her way to the top. She's only there because she's a pretty face. Interesting, but I thought that was the exact sort of, misogynistic culture that you were there to fight for, you crusaders of fallopian tubes.
Well, she the thing is they don't recognize that she's been with Donald Trump since his first administration. It's not like she just all of a sudden, appeared like, oh, it's because of her looks. No, it's because she's got some damn intelligence behind her. Because if you look at the people that Trump tries to surround himself with, are people that are smart. That whenever he says, "Hey, I need you to do this," that they do question it, but they've already questioned it to know that what he's saying, just do it. It's going to work out. He doesn't surround himself with people that question his every move. That was the early on vetting. So whenever you're saying, well, these people never question what Trump says, it's just like, no, that was the early on vetting, because if they question what he said, he's already explained to him why well in advance, years in advance. That's the people that he surrounds himself with.
But they didn't have a problem with it when the administration called for lockstep things. They didn't have a problem when no one questioned, why is the president never here? And now, to a lesser extent, Whoopi Goldberg, who has a face for radio and a voice for silent movies, a lot of these women on The View got there because they looked reasonably attractive. Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg being, I'm guessing, diversity hires in the attractiveness spectrum. Come at me, Whoopi.
Yeah, I've seen the. I mean, she was an entertaining actress, like during like what was it, Jumping Jack Flash, that whole era. She was entertaining. She had some pretty good comedy skills. It was fun.
She had the weirdest menage a trois scene ever in Ghost. I don't know why we don't ever bring that up, but holy shit. Demi Moore basically slept with Whoopi Goldberg, who was possessing Patrick Swayze's body. Now, to be fair, if that was the only way I was going to get Patrick Swayze, I would consider.
Thousands of penis fish appear on the California beach.
So God is telling California to eat a bag of dicks.
They're fat innkeeper worms, typically burrow under the sand, but recent storms have swept away layers, leaving them exposed.
They exposed penis fish?
Yes. I got you, Mo. I got you.
Are they both Jew and Gentile? Are there some, kosher fish around?
There might be some kosher fish around.
And she's just holding it there, giving it a free hand job for free.
I'm not sure this is what the weather girls meant when they sang "It's Raining Men." Following the bout of winter storms in Northern California, thousands of pink, throbbing, phallic creatures wound up pulsating along the beach.
Okay, where can I get that could you imagine that being my channel mascot? Because now I'm trying to figure out a way that I could keep one in a tank. So when I tell people not to be a Richard, I just point to my pet. Look, I call him Mr. Rich. I might put googly eyes on him, but I have to talk to PETA.
Oh my God. Could you
Does it only
imagine?
have one testicle? Or is it?
Well, the other one might be, might be just.
I'm not trying to be vulgar, but which end is his mouth?
I don't know. Maybe it's a double-headed one. I don't know. It's like, oh my gosh. Oh, I'll send you the link there in private chat so that way you can see it for yourself.
I can ruminate on peenfish in my own free time.
Yes.
Or send it to Mr. Mo. Not gonna lie. Probably gonna be my first thing.
Oh my God. Now, along the beach about 50 miles north of San Francisco, Bay Nature reported, according to the Nature magazine, these 10-inch wigglers are marine worms called fat innkeeper worms, but they are known colloquially as exactly what you'd want to call them, penis fish. These penile figures typically burrow under the sand far beneath the feet of beachgoers. Just imagine you're walking on the beach and there's a peen worm.
Have we marked the stopwatch to when someone's going to end up in the emergency room with one of these fish pulling a lemmy-winks? Because it's too close to San Francisco for this not to happen.
That thing will burrow deep, won't it?
Move over, gerbils. We have found Richard Gere's new friend.
Oh my God. Oh, but recent storms brought some of the waves that swept away the layers, leaving them exposed. Story.
Nothing like San Francisco to expose a few cocks.
Oh, I'm telling you. As seen
Oh my
in the
God,
first photo.
that should be their motto. No, fully lean into it. Just go. Like nothing for San Francisco, like dicks out for San Francisco. Just go full full
It should
flaming.
become like the city's like, icon there. It
really
says
should.
seagulls enjoy gobbling up these fishes. So do otters, other fish, sharks, and rays. But the penis fish is a human delicacy to some as well. In South Korea, it's called gable. Gable.
Like 2 steaming orders of the cock soup, please. Thank you.
Oh my God. So the next time you bury your toes in the sand, think about what throbs beneath the surface.
You know, if Jaws didn't keep me out of the ocean, now a bunch of peen fish being all weird with my feet is definitely going to keep me off the beach.
Maybe not to sunbathe nude on the beach. Oh, sunbathe on the beach. Yeah, you could be laying face down and
So, okay, yeah, but questions. Do the Korean people that have to harvest them, are they cock wranglers or are they cock hunters? I mean, what are fishers of cock? I don't
fishers of men. I wonder what the babies look like.
They're just the little testicle blowing around. And one day it grows a shaft. That's when it becomes a real man.
It's the first time it touched skin. Could you imagine mating rituals for those fish? It works. It works.
No, the shouts of just the tip, just the tip.
Just the tip. Oh God. The mating rituals of the penis fish.
Just flop. They have to wait for the currents to align.
Where do they keep the eggs? That's what I'm curious about now. Hopefully they don't keep the eggs in their mouth.
This is how you know God has a sense of humor. Because, I mean, he created the penis fish. I mean,
do you
now
think
he
that's
probably
what
hoped that his creator or his creations would be, a little bit more mature than to make fun of the penis fish, but he learned that with Adam. He's like, I call it the schlong fish.
That's what
God
it was.
like, really?
That's what it was. He was creating Adam too close to the penis fish, and it got attached and mixed up in there.
He had leftover, and he's like, look, I don't think he needs 2 penises. Let's make a fish. Jesus was right there, like, yeah, I foresee 2 penises being a problem. God, let's just give him 1. And God's like, but it's my favorite creation. I was going to give him double. And he's like, yeah, but you only gave Eve 1, so let's just, God. We'll figure it out.
We don't want to punish her any more than we have to.
Jesus just whispered in his ear, God, they're going to be lying about having 2 no matter what. It'll be fine.
But just think all the people in San Francisco, they're going to start digging for fish.
I mean,
But it's a
it's like
delicacy.
all stars of shenanigans aligned because you have a peenfish written by the Guardian in San Francisco. I mean, it was like the trifecta of well, flamingness, really. In my professional opinion, this was entrapment, and we were forced to laugh at this.
Picture Megan's hamster on a San Francisco beach. Yo-hoo! Match made in heaven. Oh my gosh. Who's on tap this time? Oh my god.
Can you imagine an aggressive swarm of peenfish? What would you call that? So what is a swarm of peenfish? We need to think of this up. Chat, you can join.
I'm well, it would be something like the thunder from down under.
I was going to call it a gobble of cocks.
A gobble of cocks. It could be a gobble of cocks.
Well, because it's a murder of crows, a kaleidoscope of butterflies, a gobble of cocks.
A gobble of cocks, yeah.
Or the DNC or CNN. I mean, that seemed too mean.
There it is. Southern Red Sox throw has it. It's a cock ring.
Winner, I bow down to thee.
Oh god.
That's the winner.
That is the winner. Oh my gosh. Cock wins. Peen orgy. An orgy of cocks. Oh, ridiculous.
Dang it, now Megan's going to put me in timeout too.
Oh, she can't. This is my channel. Is there a limit or quota you can collect? How many hands do you have?
Can you imagine you get rich off that and then you're just the richest cock baron ever?
Oh my god.
Actually, if I was going to do prawn, that might be my name.
Oh my god. I gotta show you this because it's one of my.
Oh, does it have it fishing or swimming? Do we have an actual peenfish in the wild from like National Geographic?
This right here, just every time I see this, it puts a smile on my face, especially the very end of it. You have to pay close attention.
Why do white people make their edibles so strong? What are you running from? Why am I tasting colors? I just wanted to go to Target. Now I gotta call somebody to come get me because my car turned into a spaceship and I don't know how to fly it. I'm not an astronaut.
Okay, to be really fair, since I was such a goody two-shoes before I got hurt, that I didn't ever take anything. So I walk into the dispensary, like holding my Bible and with my, like, you know, my alibi firmly in place, because I'm assuming I'm going to get stopped by the cops as soon as I walk out of here. And I'm going to have to tell them, like, no, I have a cripple pass, like, it's completely legit. So I get some, and I should have been tipped off by the fact that his name was Rasta. Now, really good guy, but I don't think he understood what lightweight to me meant lightweight to him, because he's like, these are pretty mild.
Yeah.
Now, I call Mr. Mo, and he comes into my room, and I'm like, I was right. You do look like a Muppet. Talk for me, Muppet. Now, apparently, I had this entire conversation where I was telling him, you really remind me of a sexy Bert from like Bert and Ernie. And if you weren't gay for Ernie, I would totally date you. And he's like, well, we're married. And I was like, you left Ernie? How dare you? It's like, I can't be with someone who left Ernie. He can come join us.
The first time that I ever did a hallucinogenic, let's put it that way, was in Los Angeles. And where I worked at the time was even more interesting, but we won't talk about that right now because Megan will lose her mind if I tell her. Just saying. She Like you're wrong. There's just something wrong with you. So I and so I'm with one of the guys I work with, and we're all musicians and long hair, tattoos, whatever. And he starts poking fun at me. He was just like, "Ooh, am I getting all?" He's like jumping into my face, and I just sort of looked at him. I was like, you sort of look like an ape. And this is a white guy, and he's got this jaw that just has like the look of an ape. And so he like curls his face up, and oh my God, I just could not stop laughing. It was nonstop because he just the way that his face was shaped had like his head was small up here, but he had like the larger part of his face here. Oh my God, we laughed for probably about 2 hours. And that was before that I realized that the building I worked in was run by demons, because as you could see all the demon faces in the panels, that like there was a, so yeah, 13 floors. And I walked all up and down the stairs checking each one of them. I was like, holy crap, there's a demon right there. And then I went back the next day because I was like, well, I was probably hallucinating. It wasn't there. And no, it was still there. I was like, yeah, this is the center of evil. It's got to be the center of evil. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I did even one better on my ketamine infusions. So the first time we were there, I had like staked out what I wanted to eat because, again, going back to that sugar comfort, I found this really cool donut shop. And somewhere in the middle of my ketamine infusion, I got hungry because you have to fast. Now, unbeknownst to Mr. Moe, I was very adamant that he should have stopped at the donut place before coming to get me and have a pocket donut on him. So the fact that he had not a pocket, well, okay, so I have to lay the scene. So I'm here with like the infusion, and the doctor's walking in and out to make sure I don't like relax, I guess. I don't know. And I said, do you have your pocket donut on you? Now, this is all told to me. So apparently the doctor chooses this time to walk in. And so I have to clarify because I'm me. And I was like, look, that is not a sexual thing. He really should have a donut in his pocket for me. Now, I want to remind you that my doctor is semi-autistic and doesn't understand me normally.
Oh God.
When I go off on my tangents, he just kind of like. So my doctor is looking at me, and I am looking at my husband, who has obviously failed in his duty to bring a pocket donut. And I was like, I don't know why you both are staring at me. Where is my long john? Again, not a sexual thing. Where is it? Now, I remember none of this. But apparently, I did mention that it was actually just a carb and, not a clock.
A pocket donut.
Well, in San Francisco, it means different things. Come on, Krispy Kreme, talk to me, call me. We can make the pocket donut concept happen, and we can market it differently in San Francisco. Have your people call mine.
I'm thinking that that should be, your new your new thing. Have a pocket donut coffee mug. Dip your pocket donut coffee.
You know what? You laugh, but imagine how much, world conflict would be helped if people weren't hangry.
That'd be true. Can you change
I would have
the title
solved world damn peace.
Can you change the title from weekly wrap up to discussing loss of virginity? Dick fish. Oh no, this is just one of many stories that we talk about. Thanks so much. Oh, this is what we do on Friday mornings. Mo and I,
Yes.
we're here having fun, bringing a little bit of joy into your life.
Oh my God, could you imagine if Church's Chicken started deep frying those things?
The sandwich.
It's a dick. You know what? Screw it. I just make a dick world like Sea World, and I'd have little plushies with googly eyes, and I'd have them jumping over little hoops. I'd have the little splash pad so the ring of dicks could just splash the little children.
Oh.
Having said that all in the sequence of sentencing, I realize that sounds wrong, but it would be peen fishes and not regular San Franciscans
No, not San
in the choir.
Franciscans. Dunkin' Dongs.
Oh my
And a
gosh.
hot dog bun.
Hey, Joe is right. We should make a googly-eyed peenfish, and he is our fuck-off mascot.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Fuckles.
Mr. Fuckles, the peenfish. Fry it up and call it a cock dog.
Look, I am not actively looking up peen crocheting patterns so I can put googly eyes on them.
Oh, they have them. They have them.
I know, but I can
Never
have
mind.
one for my own self, and I can make a handcrafted peens by Mo.
I'm so wondering what it was. Oh, Mo, she's gonna end up with one of those what do you call it, those loop things where you do all the loops.
Wait,
and then
I will
then
show
it's
you
gonna like
because I already currently have Fuzzy Richards. I'll be right back.
all right. This is gonna get good. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love it. Oh, this is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Oh, handle with care.
Okay, so I make fun of Mr. Mo a lot, but he sometimes gets me because when I started CRPS and I had really bad days, they'd come out with these wonderful children's toys that I don't think they had thoroughly marketed, tested. Now, my room is currently under construction, so I can only get a few of these out. But for Christmas, I had asked for all of these. Now, as you can see, these were marketed to children as mushroom toys. Now you see why I had to collect them all. But he was like, "What? You seriously want these for Christmas?" Like, I wanted to catch them all. I had pokey peen fever. Because one day I will be able to actually have a bag of these wherever I go. And when I tell people to eat a bag of Fuzzy Richards, I will present them with it.
Is that what they're called, Fuzzy Richards?
No, they're called Living on the Veg, which again,
just one letter off.
How did these get through marketing? You guys, these were kids' toys. These Living on the Veg with psychedelic mushrooms. And there's a grumpy one with octopus tail feet that I can't find right now. So Mr. Mo went out and bought them all for me. So he is a keeper.
Mushroom cap so your hand doesn't fly off the end.
So
God.
yes, those are my favorite Christmas gift that Mr. Mo has ever given to me. It was late because I was actually, I turned into a jerk a little bit because that was literally the only thing I'd asked him for Christmas. And he was like, "I thought you were joking." And I was like, "Have you met me? An entire cadre of Fuzzy Richards. Like, I am on that like flies on poo."
Or fish in the sea. Worms in the sand. A dick in hand.
Yeah, I just couldn't imagine how it got through marketing. And then the more I looked at them, I was like, I must collect these all. So he waited till they went on clearance, and then he would get me one every time he would go to the store. And the checkout person was always like, "Why are you buying this? No one buys these." And he's like,
No.
"My wife has issues."
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. See, we just have way too much. We have way too much fun over here. If you guys like this, make sure that you sub up to Mo, because this is normal for Mo. This is like,
it really is. I'd like to lie and tell you I'm much more like not me, but that's a lie. And I did that for some years. Now I'm embracing my weird.
Yes, you have to embrace your weird. I mean, that is the best thing to do. And I will say that I'm gonna razz him about it next time I see him. That story of the peenfish came from Kaiser Pineapple. You said you might want to talk about this. I think it's right up your alley. I was just like, are you saying something, Kaiser?
Hey, I love all of God's creatures, even the ones that I can hold in my hand that are large and throbbing. Like the Guardian, did you have to go full throbbing on there? Like, pulsating? Did we have to put that in there as well?
Oh my God. Oh, everyone, what do you got going on today, Mo?
Let's see. I will probably be actually resting because I will be on Friday Night Lights tonight. So
Oh, you're going to be
probably,
on. Is it FNL that you're going to be on Friday Night Live with the expert?
yes, sorry. I always mess it up. This is why I'm not on marketing because I'm
Yeah.
like remembering letters and words. I'm like,
Yes, I will see you there then because that's where I will be tonight. But you do definitely want to get rested up because
yeah,
it
I'm
gets
probably not going to be the long hauler like with you guys until 3.
no, just well, there's always a good crew over there. You got Roseman's Ranch, you got Caitlin Comments, Fallstorm, Kaiser Pineapple shows up, MG Law shows up, Valhalla waits. Of course, you got the expert, the White Rabbit, and then oh my gosh, it's like Dictionary Diva. It's like there's just this ongoing influx of people. Broken Baker comes by. We wake him up at the wee hours of the morning. He goes, "I hate you guys."
I know. I wish I could be on his schedule because I'm usually up at 4 in the morning. So I can totally do the 4 in the morning and it's late for you guys. This is going to be I'm going to need to text the expert. So what mix of pixie sticks and Monster Energy drinks should I start out as a lightweight?
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
do I
Well,
brew my espresso with Monster Energy drink? Is that what I do?
You could do that. Everyone, we're going to sit, next week we'll be over on Mo's. So make sure that you're subbed up to her. And if somebody wants to throw the link up there so everyone knows where to find it, that would be awesome. Thank you very
I know.
much.
I'm the worst wrench ever. I have no idea how to do the linky things.
Yeah, you don't have to. The reason that and Megan really pointed this out last night was we had somebody that came in and started using somebody else's name and avatar and then saying things. We like to mod up people that are not necessarily mods, but so that we know that it's not the odd ones showing up using fake names, which will get you automatically banned. So if you see somebody popping in that has Mo in the deep end, they don't have a wrench on there because I think you have a wrench on here.
Yeah, I think I have a wrench.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I
Yep.
gave you. Usually anybody that I stream with on a regular basis, I give them a wrench just so I know that it's them and not some rando that's going to be causing problems. But
I
we
cause
got
problems all on my own self.
See, I brought. I was hoping Megan would show up because I had this one right here to show everybody for Megan arriving.
The one with the black hair, is your name Emerson? Oh, that's weird. It's Emerson big old titties, you know what I'm saying?
But she didn't show. That's all right. No, I understand. She's got things to do. Everyone have a wonderful one. We'll see you guys later tonight. Peace, y'all.
Step aside, y'all, it's my time to shine. I'm feeling the groove with these hips of mine. Hands in the air like spaghetti gone rogue. My knees are jelly and my hips just broke. Shaking it, breaking it, what a blast. Wobble it, wiggle it, shake that ass. Do a jig or a jog, wiggle it to the side. Or break that hip bone by moving your ass. Step up or stand aside. like a rusty hinge. My fingers point like they're on a binge. Twirl like a tornado, then drop real low. It's not planned, it's a shit sideshow. I've got the rhythm of a clock that's broke. My dance floor moves are a big effing joke. Shaking it, breaking it, what a blast. Wobble it, wiggle it, shake that ass. Do a jig or a jog, wiggle it to the side. Or break that hip bone by moving your ass. Step up or stand aside. Mesmerizing glow. You can't help but watch me steal the show. I summon the shake, the shimmy, the twist, a mix of genius and a big old fist. You're drawn in close, your feet start to twitch, feeling the groove like a broke ass bitch. Yeah, shaking it, breaking it, what a blast. Wobble it, wiggle it, shake that ass. Do a jig or a jog, wiggle it to the side. Or break that hip bone by moving your ass. Step up or stand beside. Now we're all in the shake, no need to be shy. Move like spaghetti and reach for the sky. We'll dance like we're cursed, laugh till we're sore. ShizzyWhiznut reigns forevermore. So join the dance, let your weirdness unfurl. We're shaking ass, not a care in the world.
I go through some baby